everyone. I want to invite you to live more soulfully with me this year. And so, what is that going to look like? What is that going to feel like? What does that mean for you? Well, first of all, with my newsletter for January, I'm announcing that I am calling January World Soul Health Awareness Month every year. I'm going to just every year decide that I'm going to pull out this information. I'm going to kind of flood the world and help you understand how important the soul really is and how to really understand what soul health is. Now, I want to also encourage you for, again, this invitation to live more soulfully this year is to figure out what that means for you. Figure out what it is that you can do every day, every week, every month. What is it that will help you lead a more soulful life? What is it that would help you get deeper and kind of access that wisdom and get into a more sacred space for yourself? Now, that could be different for everyone. I am a walker, and there's one of those things where I can get more information from spirit. I can go more deeply within when I am out for long walks, especially in the woods. If I am out among the trees, there's something that happens for me that just helps me dig into that deeper self and answer any question that I may have. So that's me. For other people, it's something different. I'm also a journal writer. I have journaled for as long as I can remember, all the way into middle school, all the way back several decades ago. And journaling for me helps me become more soulful. It helps me get to that place where I face myself. I face the things that are bothering me. I face the things that I need to work through. I face understanding what's healthy for me, what's not healthy for me. And so for me, journaling is another part of that. I also have times when I light candles, and I got out of the habit of this during COVID for some reason. And I don't know what it was about being in the midst of the pandemic that I got out of some of my rituals. And so I used to light a candle every morning when I started getting ready in the morning. I would, the first thing I would do is put in my contacts. Second thing I would do is light a candle and then basically go through the process of getting ready. I would stay more mindful. And then what I would do when I was ready to leave the bathroom, leave the bedroom, is basically I would pause in front of the candle, get very quiet. Sometimes I would call in my guides. Sometimes I would listen for what do I need today. Sometimes I would ask a question about something I was trying to work through, but I would pause for 30 seconds to a minute before I blew out the candle. And I would know that that put me into the right place for me to start my day. So that was another way that I lived soulfully. Throughout the day, a lot of times I would pause and do pause to look at the leaves or look at something like, especially just my dogs, just watching my dogs. To me, it is soulful to watch other animals and energies that are enjoying life, whatever they're doing. I read regularly as far as something spiritual. So, but the funny thing is, I got out of the habit of some of those things during the pandemic. And when I'm super busy, a lot of times I don't really want to read anything extra because I have a lot of words that come into my brain every day, whether it's talking to people or reading something educational. And so there are times when I just need no words. So sometimes it's silence that I need. Sometimes it's solitude that I need. And so what I'm trying to encourage as I'm talking through all of this for you right now is for you to really kind of dive deeply to figure out what it is that you could start doing as a pattern of behavior to get you into the place of being more soulful throughout your year. Now, I am excited because I'm going to be throwing out a whole lot of offerings for you this year about how to do that. And I don't want to quite disclose what those are yet, but I have several different things that I want to offer that are going to help people understand the soul more, understand soul health more, understand a lot of the soulful concepts, reincarnation and past lives, and the whole idea of karmic energies and lots and lots more. But really what I want to do for you is help paint a picture of what leading a more soulful life is like. So again, I'm inviting you to live this process, get into this process of what I call a year of soulful living. And do that in the ways that work for you. But I'm going to be giving you lots and lots of ways that you can maybe integrate some of those things into your own life. And part of it is I'm going to work on this too. I want to reintegrate some of the things that for whatever reason they got left behind, whether it's the candle lighting, the journal writing, although I still journal write, I just don't do it quite as often. Whether it is attending spiritual kinds of talks, whether it's going within in a way that is going to help me access my inner wisdom. I'm going to do more of that this year as well, because I just feel like we need to get down to that soul source part of us and get back in that habit, basically, of again, aligning ourselves for radiant living, as I call it. So, again, I'm going to give you lots of different ways to do that, but I really want to urge you to figure out what it is that does it for you, because everybody on this planet is different. Every soul on this planet needs something different for soul health. So, find your combination of things, and I'm going to sprinkle lots of ideas in along the way so you can have that experience of living more soulfully this year. I hope you have a wonderful start to your year, and I can't wait to bring you more about soul health. Have a great day. Bye-bye.